Yeah, so they give an example here. But I gave one example. But I read this because it's interesting to see just how this plays out practically. In Winn-Dixie Stores Inc. versus Nichols, this was a real case, 1992. A Winn-Dixie customer complained to management that another customer stole her wallet. So there was a crime taking place. The court held that the limited rights of merchants to detain or arrest a person reasonably believed to have committed a shoplifting offense do not authorize a merchant to detain or arrest individuals accused by store patrons of committing crimes against other patrons. So once again, so all because the surveillance footage is seen and you're like, hey, I know this. This is the guy from the video. He did this crime. That won't give you a right to go and do the and make a citizen's arrest. So under that, they would not have no right. I hope that make that very clear. I'm trying not to beat the dead horse, but I want to make it very clear that they had to have immediate knowledge or have been an eyewitness to have known that this is the person and try to attempt a citizen's arrest. All right. Okay. So therefore, it was ruled that the management had no authority to arrest the alleged individual and so on and so forth. All right. So even though the person did commit a crime, they had no authority to do that. Then it says, I think that if they did have the right, they still did it wrong. Definitely, since the guy was an ex-officer, if you think someone is a threat, you do not go near them with a gun. I don't know. I was, like I said, based off the reason they gave for why they had their gun, you know, if they were being truthful with it, then I can see why they would think. If they have no idea about urban culture, I mean, you have to have no idea. And a lot of white people don't. And let's be clear, sorry, my white brothers and sisters, some of y'all don't know about urban culture and what happens and how people stand and, their mannerisms and body language and stuff like that. A lot of people don't. Okay. So I'm not saying those who do. So I hope nobody takes offense to that. All right. So in case that these two guys probably did not know that when they see a black male with their hands in their pants, that don't mean that they have a gun on them. Now that's the case of ignorance. So I'm not going to count it out that they didn't really think he was armed. I'm not going to count that out. I don't know the case of their heart, but I'm going by what they say. And because of how the culture is, I can understand them. Not saying it's right because I know the culture because I'm African American and other people who know the culture knows that all because somebody's standing that way don't mean they're carrying. And all because you saw him standing that way the other night don't mean he's carrying tonight or today. You see what I'm saying? Now that's a common sense thing, but based off of their reasoning, I can understand why they think they would need to have their guns with them. But once again, two men had their guns, one with a 357, the other one with a shotgun. Travis could have left his shotgun in the truck. McMichael, the father, could have stayed in the back, giving cover just in case. And because he's an ex-officer, then, retired officer, then he knows how to shoot and he'll know how to pull that up in good timing. So in case something was to pop off, he would know what to do, So all those things considered, all right. So that's the law concerning making a civil arrest. So immediate knowledge, being in the presence of it, or having immediate knowledge. That's the thing. Now, based off what we see or what we have seen so far together, we don't see that they had immediate knowledge. We don't see that they had that they were a eyewitness that anything happened in their presence. We don't see that here. Okay. Now, mind you, this is what the media is giving us day by day. This is what they're feeding us, guys. And we're eating it up. And we're sitting there like, okay, oh man, they were dead wrong. Ain't no way. Ain't no way they had any of this rights. Okay, cool. So let's pause there. All right. So let's pause there. Now, let us look at the footage. And here at this point, we're going to look at the footage because this is what we are seeing here. So now we're going to pull up the footage. For those of you who may not want to watch the footage, I understand if you click off right now and just come back in a few minutes. I understand, but we're gonna watch through this footage, and I'm gonna do some pausing here and there. And so I'm just making you guys aware for those of you who may be uncomfortable watching. All right. But there's a lot to get into. We're at 46 minutes, guys, and we still got more. Now I'm pulling this one up from TMZ. So agree they can have guns, just not in the way they handled it. Like I said, to a point, I agree with you. To a point, I agree with you, man. He could have, if he just, especially if he put up beside him. And my thing is, you put up beside the guy, he's running, what I'm saying? It ain't like he started firing off at you at that point, So, I mean, you could have got out your truck, pulling your shotgun out because you just saw him running. Like if he eluded you twice, then you obviously he's not firing at you guys at the moment. So you could just stand out your truck and say, "Hey, stop! Just want to talk." Any of that body language could have helped. And it's just like anything, guys. It's easy. We can all talk about what we would have done and everything else, but I believe the way this situation happened is like it's so fast. And as you watch some of the footage, you will see it's went fast. I'm trying to go to another page and see if I can find the video on another page. I had this all pull up for you guys, and now it's like you just don't want to play. And I can out to you guys what I want to look at, and you guys can look at it in your own time. So push come to shove, I could do that. But I just really would like to have showed it. But let's see if I can pull up another thing here. See, TMZ still loading. I'm gonna take it off of that real quick. It's irritating. TMZ let me down. It was always something. I'm trying to tell you, man, always something. And all day long, guys, I've been going off and on this thing and like trying to pull up the websites, make sure everything's working okay. And it pulled up fine. It pulled up fine. But, don't want to pull up now. So it is what it is, man. Okay, so I'll go ahead and hopefully I can pull up while I wait. I'll just go ahead and try to describe to you guys what we see from the video and the points that I would have liked to have brought up had we had got to look at it together. And so what you see a mark, you see a vehicle coming around a corner of a look like a bend, and then you see Ahmaud coming a shot, and he's running. He doesn't like he's sprinting at this point. He's running. But what you see in the video, if you look real close, guys, that's why I kind of want to kind of pause and see. But if you look real close, Travis had not yet got out his truck yet. I know what the pictures of the media shows, like him standing out there, shotgun pointed, and Ahmaud, coming towards the truck, like looking in the direction and try to go around. But before that happens, Travis is still in the truck. He opens the door, and Ahmaud is running towards Travis. He's not running on the other side. He's running towards him. But then, because he turns and runs towards him, he was running on one side, but then he turns and runs towards Michael as he's getting out the truck. And guys, that's why I want to show this because I know it's going to look different than what you've been seeing and everything else. But then, as he does that, as Michael gets out the truck and he's now standing on the other side of the yellow line, he's now shotgun pointed. Ahmaud turns the other way. He goes around the truck. He goes around, and then as he's going around, we don't see Travis anymore because the way the camera's focused, the way the camera is pointed, you don't see Travis anymore. But next thing you know, you see Ahmaud dash in front of the truck. So he's on the right hand side of the truck, but then he makes a dash in front of the truck, and then we hear the first gunshot. All right, so that's how that happens, and then we know the tussle for the gun and so on and so forth. All right, and we'll get into the open carry laws and we'll get into, his right, the right, whether or not he had the right to shoot him or not. We gonna get into all of that. But that's what that footage shows, okay? So we read the report. We see what they claimed that they was riding. They rode up alongside him, yelled at him to stop, told him that they just wanted to talk to him, but then they pulled up ahead, stopped, and Travis got out the vehicle. That's what we're given. He said tech doesn't work when it's needed most. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you this man-made stuff. But thank you for all those who are still, watching and stuff. We're about at an hour now, but it looks like this video is going to play. I'm just on another website, a foreign website, but they got a clip of the video, and that's all I need. I don't need to see the whole thing. Just need to see the part where he's running towards the vehicle and running around it. That's all I need to see. And so let's share that screen. So once again, guys, if you feel uncomfortable watching this, I understand if you turn away or click away. So make sure, can you all see that? Yeah, you all should see that. All right. Now I'm gonna make this on the StreamYard full screen. I want you to see this good. So I'm gonna make this a full screen image. Well, that wasn't that much, but better than what it was, right? All right. Man, let me see if I can do this here. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Now, this is him as we see Ahmaud running down the street. This is at this point. I'm gonna try to back up just a little bit. All right, so you see what the captions are. Don't mind the captions right now. All right, so back up some more. Okay, so now look at this right here. Let's start from here. I wish I could do a frame by frame thing here, but I'm just gonna click up. Now from this footage, this is the person, the third individual. I think William Bryan or something like that. They call him Roddy. This is him driving down the road. He's recording at this point. You don't see Ahmaud, you don't see the truck, you don't see any of that right now. You just see this bend. Okay. Then as we go up a little further, so I'm at 12 seconds. Go further. Now we see a white shirt appear, and it's Ahmaud running. Okay. So now we see Ahmaud. Hope you can see that. So that's him in the middle. If you see a white t-shirt, you got the khaki shorts, and notice the side of the road he's on right now. He's not on the far right side of the road. He's on the left hand side of the road, somewhere towards the side of it, not necessarily on the side of the road, but he's on the left hand side of the road. All right. From this, and you could tell that if you're watching the video, and I know you can see it as clear from y'all guys' perspective. If you watch the video, he's not on the the right side of the yellow line. He's on the other side. All right. Now, at this point, we're going to end up seeing the truck where Michael is. And all this makes a difference, where he is, his position on the road. So as he's going forward, he is now if you see, the truck is now on the right side of the road, right? Ahmaud is going towards the truck. So now he's headed more towards the right side of the road. All right. But then something happens, and it was so quick of a turn. I don't know if you caught that. So he's running towards the right side of the road. But then he turns and goes towards the driver's side of the truck at this frame. Now that's okay, so that's how they go. Hold on. All right, so you should be able to see that fine in that part. All right, so he's running on the road. Go down some more. And so you see him going towards the right side of the road. All right. He run now. See this point here, man. Michael's getting out of the truck. He's already probably at this point probably outside the truck, because now we see Ahmaud actually headed towards that direction on the other side, on the right side of the truck. They do a flash. Okay. So that's what I don't like about this stuff here. This little flash they did here. Let me see, because you don't see the whole thing. Yeah. See, I don't like that, man. See this flash right here. That right there is deceitful to me, because this video was a nonstop video, and they cut out this part just to bring it up to here, where we see Ahmaud. You clearly see him now. Travis is outside of the truck, clearly with the gun pointed, possibly at this point, because you don't see it at his side. You don't see anything at his side. And Ahmaud now makes this dash. So you see the way he made this dash here? This clearly shows a change of direction. All right. So it wasn't like, guys, don't think the way he made this dash, this wasn't like, Travis was standing out there the whole time, like, stop, we want to talk. And then now he decides to make this turn when he gets like a few feet behind the truck. Because clearly, if this was the case where Travis was standing outside the whole time with the shotgun, waiting for him coming down, he would have been made this turn. But the change of direction and the way he made this change, this guy was athletic. The quick way he made this change, because he was running towards the driver's side of the truck. Notice he had the gun. And notice, I don't know if you can see the leg of Michael. This is a movement. This is him making a movement, and then bracing himself. At this point, he now turns and makes a dash around the truck. This making me upset, because the TMZ shows the video without the flash. It shows a point. I can't stand that. It makes me really want to pull up the TMZ video and just and pray that it actually just works like it's supposed to.